Host Don Poe. And today we're going to be discussing staying positive during hard times. This is something that I have a lot of experience in. Let me give you a real quick backstory. Growing up, I grew up in a household of poverty. Penury, as some would call it. It was extremely trying and difficult. But through it all, I learned that positive mental attitude, way of seeing the world. My parents were both pretty positive people and had goals and expectations to achieve in their lifetime. I don't believe they were truly met, whereas I know I'm going to meet mine and we are going to meet ours. That's the point of some of these podcasts here and some of these shows, is to enlighten and wake up people and vigorize them, get them going again. So, being positive is more than just a attitude, more than just a feeling. It's a way of life. If you can wake up, and when you wake up, you don't want to go back to sleep. You wake up and you're like, bing, oh man, I want to do things. I want to get up. I want to go. That right there is the first step. The very first step. Now, there's a lot to get to this point. Hopefully you work daytime or you're a daytime person, because that sunlight is extremely important. Exercise, sunlight, and diet. Now, when I say diet, I mean a regulated diet where you eat the same time every day, or roughly within a half hour difference. You eat at the same time every day. Wake up at the same time. Now, it's really good to chop it up sometimes and throw your body off, but that's when you're trying trucks and we'll be giving away money. That will happen. It will. Why? Because we're positive. This morning when I woke up, I went through my messages and I had put a picture of me holding a sign because we're trying to get our airfare to leave the island right now. Well, there's people that will pop up on my social media feeds, and I've been dealing with the same people for over a year now. Some of them are just there because they're sadists. Anytime something is going on that would be bad or negative or put us in a position, they're quick to give their opinions and what they would do and how they would do it and what we should do and how we should do it. They want to be life coaches or something. They think they know better. Now, here's the upside to this, is that the more they point out these things that you should have, you could have, and you didn't, makes me think, well, why didn't I? What stopped me from doing that? And how am I going to fix that problem now? Instead of pointing fingers at them and saying, you're wrong, I look inward and I say, if they see these things, then they must see something I don't. Maybe I should listen to what they're saying and take a personal inventory, some introspective look at myself. And I have. I keep going over it in my mind every day. Look at where I'm at. How did I get here? How do I get out of this? What can I do to better my situation or life? Because I don't look at things as situations. And being positive is the first step toward anything, is to have a positive mental attitude. That way, when things arise, you're not immediately angry, upset, or right? Or if you woke up every day angry and pissed off, why would you even want to wake up then? We have nothing, and I wake up excited every day so I can get on this camera and talk to you. Here's my strength here, my rock to get me up in the morning beyond just daily life and routines. Now, in order to keep a positive mind frame is not that easy. Once again, sunlight, exercise, and diet. They help tremendously. balance these chemicals out in the brain, because your body is basically a chemical factory. The brain is. And when those chemicals aren't mixing properly, they'll put out a bad mix. And you don't want that. You want a good mix. So you want to get the proper amount of sleep, proper amount of nutrition. Like I said, get sunlight, exercise. These are highly important things. There's another key to this, and it's human interaction. The interaction you have with others. When you become a master of positivity, you'll be able to make others positive. You will see somebody that's down and out, they're in a hole, things ain't going the way they want them to, whatever it may be. You'll have that ability to spot it, to go up to them, start a rapport, a talk, whatever it may be, and before you know it, by the time you leave, they will have a smile on their face, they'll have a grin on their face, they'll have somehow, you will see that you made a difference in that person's day. Maybe if it was only for a few minutes, maybe it's the rest of their life, who knows. But as human beings, as humanitarians, we are to reach out to each other in times of need, in times of desperation, in times of comfort, sorrow, remorse, love, happiness, all the different feelings and emotions. Humans are there for each other. That's what we're supposed to do. Each one, reach one, teach one. I say it time and time again. One is all and all is one. Let's operate this as a unit. Instead, we're divided and segregated by so many different things, whether it be from politics, religion, race, weight, height, whole bunch of factors here. Humans are tribalistic people. But that doesn't mean that we can't help one another, be positive, and when you know that that time has come where you're like, you know, I feel it. I know now I just live and I die, and the world is just going to keep spinning with or without me here. I better make the best of this, and I better be happy about it while I'm doing it so I have a good time. Once that sinks in, all this other stuff, it'll come and go. The little, and back and forth. You're constantly hearing, you're constantly getting ridiculed. You're constant. It never stops. There's billions of people on the planet. Somebody's talking at some point all through the day. Turn any device on. Walk outside, walk in any business. People are talking. They're all around you. They all have their own lives. Worry about your life and your mental health, physical health, your prowess, your well-being. Worry about those first and foremost before anything else. That will help with positivity. Once you can learn to love yourself, you can learn to love others. Because it truly does start with self. We are still by the airport. We've been granted an offer for airfare to be partially paid. We'd have to come up with the rest of the payment. I'm going to stay positive about this. We're going to get off this island. I'm going to go back to work. Real, tangible work. So, in order to stay positive, it's all right here. You got to remember something. You tell you what to do. If somebody kicks you in the leg, you have the choice to either get angry or not. You probably shouldn't kick you in the leg, and if they kick you hard enough, it might actually hurt a little bit. But truly, when it comes to letting words affect you, other people's emotions, other people's problems, whatever it may be, that's emotional intelligence. Another thing that is extremely healthy and should be taught in schools. That should really be taught in schools, emotional intelligence. That's one of the problems, is they're allowing a society to act off of emotion rather than logic. And that's going to continue until somebody steps in and says, hey, get your feelings out of this and be an adult, be coherent, be in the moment, be awake, not woke. Woke people are in a dream state here as they move through life. Things are foggy and cloudy. They could be walking up like, oh, she's a hot chick. And they get up, and next thing you know, the chick got a ding dong, and they're like, I thought she was a hot chick. Well, aren't you woke? No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. They're walking around with blinders on. Some don't even know what it means, and they just pick it up for cultural appropriation. Does that make sense? It doesn't. It wasn't meant to. But I'll tell you what does make sense. Staying positive. It's PMA, positive mental attitude, will definitely help you all through your life. In times like this where it should be the end of the world for most, this would be the highest level of stress I think a person could endure, what I'm doing here. And yet, I'm not stressed. I'm not going to allow this to stress me out. Thought I seen something back there. Well, I'm your wayward traveler, Don Poe. If you've yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Hit the like button. Hell, share it. If we're on Facebook here, follow, like, and share. Let's reach out to our fellow human beings and help for a change. Rather than judge and point the finger, unless the person has done some horrible, heinous crime or truly is a piece of shit, then fine. But if somebody's good and they have good intentions and they're trying, maybe they're misunderstood, whatever it may be, don't ostracize or shun them. Give them affection. Shower them with praise. We love you. Today's your day. Seize it. Make it yours. And the whole time, keep a smile on your face and stay positive. This has been Cup of Joe with Poe, and that's how you deal with all the bullshit in the world coming at you. And you want to stay positive, that's how you do it. I'm telling you right now, mind, body, and soul, it all starts there. What you put in is what you get out. So put good in your life. Put positivity in your life. Get out and get the sun's rays on your skin. Get that vitamin D pumping in your body. Get your blood going. Got a girlfriend, kiss her. Love you guys.